I've got one that can see.
Logic before authority. Hi guys, this is Daniel Alexander Cannon here on Logic Before Authority. And subscribe now or lose me forever. If you don't subscribe, if you're not a subscriber, YouTube is not going to bring you back to me. Listen. What does it mean? Well, in the very end of the Disclosure Day movie that just came out, Steven Spielberg and aliens, aliens and alien, yeah. Anyways, their movie that they just came out with, the last word in the script that this lady supposedly said, and it was a message from the aliens, the aliens. You know how words are made, right? They have truth in them. The last word was listen. They're talking about sound, talking about frequency. That's right down our alley, isn't it? If you don't know what I'm talking about, you haven't watched the last 5-10 videos where I've been talking about the activation code or the activation pulse and how they put it in all the movies, many more than just this little list, and how I've shown in many, many ways as to, I believe that they are going to do this. They're building this invisible prison around us. And there's a time coming for, especially I'm concerned for the people who took the free needles, who took the free needles. They're building all these command centers, these AI centers all around, especially around the United States, but also all around the world right now. And they're pulling out all the stops. See this article here? Pentagon aims to sidestep potential collusion through Defense Production Act. Yeah, just a few days ago, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, somewhere's right in there, Mr. T activated the Defense Production Act. Like when you're at World War, we went over there and they blew up some things in the Middle East, but that didn't put much of a dent in the amount of military power that this country already has, not to mention the things that they don't tell us about. This Defense Production Act, the 1950, I believe it is, Defense Production Act, it's a cover for part of these things, okay? It's a cover. They're going all out in order to try to get all this AI stuff built to control all of the autonomous equipment, the drones, the satellites, the autonomous ships, autonomous soldiers. They even admit in China that they've come out with a T-800, like the Terminator T-1000. Well, they've released the T-100, and it does martial arts better than a martial artist. And that's just one thing they've showed it doing. But they're saying it's for cleaning your house, but yet they're showing it off doing martial arts. It could kick any man's butt by a long shot, a whole crowd. But they've released it, the T-800, the Chinese T-800. You can look it up. They're building out all of this technology, especially with all the satellites and everything that's going on. It is this cybernetic Skynet prison that's being built, and we're helping them. You may not be, But in a way, we're participating in various different ways in this system, which allows them to maintain this control. And they're getting close. I ran some scenarios about what it would take in order to have enough super AI intelligence like the movie Terminator was using, and like many other movies used, like in the movie Matrix. It was an AI god that was running all the machines, that was trying to kill all the people, right? I ran a scenario and comparing my theorized military takeover of the world versus the real world current scenario as to what's going on. And the number of planned and currently built and under construction AI super centers, okay, are, you go over here and look at what it calculated it would take. You see the blue line? That means it's complete. They've got that many centers. There's only just a little bit of green that you can see right above my cursor there. They've got planned enough super centers, or these AI super centers around the world to pull off being able to monitor the entire planet. And that's according to AI itself. Then there's other things that would be needed. And you can see the blue is overtaking the green, meaning they're getting close according to what they admit that's actually out there, Talks about how much power they need. Well, supposedly they're about halfway. But you know what? They've got power systems that they haven't told us about. Power systems that don't run out, like all the little stuff they sell us and make us have to go buy more of them in a week, a month, or a few years, depending on what it is. They've got that technology, that Tesla free energy technology. They've got it. They've not only do they have it, it's perfected. I sat and seen with my own eyes, with witnesses with me, seen a triangle-shaped craft sitting in the sky one night a couple of years ago, size of a football field, and it was completely silent and big as a football field, sitting right up above me, above the trees, probably about 300 foot up. What do you think's powering that? Do you think they got to go get gas? No, they don't. They've got this plan that they're pulling together, which includes everything that you see going on and some things you don't see going on. Everything that they're going to do, they're going to make it look like it's convenient for us, because that's how they've gotten us in every other trap, is convenience. Like your cell phone. It's convenient. It really is. It truly is. However, there's a hook. Probably a bunch of hooks. One thing is they want everybody on the planet, including, one of y'all guys said, even the children digging through the trash piles in different places in Africa and around the world. They even have cell phones. I mean, if you look right now, you can find a free cell phone and free service. If you're poor enough, they'll give it to you. Because why? Well, that's the question, isn't it? Why? Big question. Now, we're going to look at this image again. Excuse me, guys. I'm still dealing with little allergies, grass allergy. It's getting better, but it ain't all the way there yet. Let me get a little drink of water. Okay. All right. Good enough. Okay. So, sorry about that. It is what it is. I'm a real person, This is the Abraham Accord coin, which is the peace coin, okay? And I've shown you guys what this is. This is a sword, of course. And if you go look it up, it'll tell you whatever you want to hear. Okay. But if you look at the symbolism on this sword, it's basically all technology. Okay. And as it builds up towards the end, they're achieving what they see as peace. Okay. Under their God, which one of their gods is the so-called planet Saturn, you know, the failed star, or should we call it a fallen angel? That's what they call him, a failed star. And I know the word star means angel when it comes to the heavens. Don't know if you know it or not, but I know it. I don't believe, and I have been shown in many, many ways and many times what angels are, especially when they come down here. And the angels in heaven sing and hold this entire place together. The Bible says it, and it's obvious. Now, let's look at this stuff. We've got free needles right here. We've got satellite dishes. We've got, obviously, symbolism for lipid nanoparticles right here. You see those 3 dots right there? Those are lipid nanoparticles, okay? And you've got right above the 3 little circle dots right there, right above that, you've got drips of something coming out. And those drips, this syringe points right up to the bottom of this palm tree looking thing. It's a palm tree that is, let me see if I can zoom this in a little bit more. There we go. It's a palm tree sitting in the sun, okay? And it has either clusters of dates on it or either it has coconuts, but I think it's dates, okay? And then you'll notice that it's sitting in the sun. See the sun rays coming out, but you see there's an X right below it. There's an X right here and right there, and it looks like it has something dripping on it. And it's right here where this syringe comes up to and touches the edge of the X, and that drip. See that big drip right there beside my mouth, so on the left. And then you see all the little drips on this X right here. You see that? This is a symbol. I did a little bit of looking into the symbol and where it comes from. And it really comes from the Middle East. Surprise. It's the symbol basically is a similar symbol. Like, see the palm trees here? And then you've got those cross swords, okay? And then, of course, all of this is set in the image of a circle or a sun image, you might say. Even this middle part right here would be symbolic for something like the sun. They are in fact sun worshipers. So it comes from Saudi Arabia, basically, the symbolism. They've got flags, they've got it on their money, they've got a lot of things. So that tells you a lot of something about some of the people that are involved. Now let's look at this image right here. You got this satellite right here, and you notice right above the satellite there's a symbol. See it right there to the left of my mouse, a symbol. And we all know that means like wireless, or yeah, and it does. But if you look right here, this is the same symbol. And if you look right here, this is basically the same symbol as well. These are the steps associated with, the 5G thing, of course, what I just showed you. You see, this is 1 step. This is 2 steps. This is 3 steps. This is 4 steps. This is 5. 5 steps. Now, you remember how much faster they told us things were going to be when we had 5G, when they were selling it? And do you also remember that nothing got any faster, really? It's like them telling us to get all the LED lights and put them in our house because we were going to save electricity. But what happened? It didn't save us nothing. Electricities went up and up and up. You see, this is a multi-layered symbolic image, the way this building is constructed, okay? For one, it's a spear, okay? For one, it is a spear. Where most of us are familiar with Mr. T, that he does the tip of the spear with his hands all the time when he sits down. Sometimes at our desk he'll do it, but if he's sitting like this and he's got a camera on him, he's going to do it. And this is a Freemasonic symbol, but it's also goes further than that, okay? The tip of the spear. What does a spear do? Well, a spear pierces. A sword, a spear. It pierces, it cuts, it defeats. Okay? And so he's got his building as a spear. He's got his hands as a spear. And he was the tip of the spear when he was in the military school, which he never went into the military. Claimed he had bone spurs on both of his heels. Supposedly he has a tattoo on his heel, kind of like a mark. Not a tattoo, a birthmark. Yeah, a mark. He has a birthmark on his heel. Reminds me of the story of Esau and Jacob. Esau was born first, and Esau is Edom, the Edomites, Edomians, the prideful, great prideful people, very prideful. And Jacob, when Esau was born first, reached and grabbed Esau by the heel and left a mark on the entire family and the genetics. You see the spear, golden spear, Apollo spear in his hand here, reaching through a 3-dimensional or 4th-dimensional cube square, which represents time. He's reaching across time, catching the tip of the spear. Some of you, not most of you, I know, but some of you will just think this is just the craziest kind of talk ever. But you see, I've dedicated my life to doing this. To understand, being able to look at this and say, this is water. It represents time. The cubes also represents time. The water also represents memory. And he's reaching through time and catching a spear is what he's doing. It's not like there are other things that are associated with him and the spear. And this spear is a technological great sword. Revelations 6:1 through probably 6:10, the 4 horses, the white house that comes out first. I mean the white horse, or did I mean the White House? See, white is the color of righteousness. That's why the white horse, the first horse, is white. He's pure. He's here to help you. He's here to save you. He's here to bring peace. I mean, hoochie mamas. I mean, can you get any faker looking? Golly. And I'm referring to all 3 of them. There's those pillars back there in the upper right-hand corner, just like the pillars at Petra, you know, where the Edomites basically started their civilization at. And there's all those pillars there. and they look just like that one back there. And this is at Mar-a-Lago, or should we say a Mark Logo, or Mark Logos. Let's see, there was something else on this. This fall, starting actually here in the summertime, just like there was last year, we're going to have what's called the Parade of Six Planets. Some of you will remember me talking about this before. A parade of six wandering stars. Oh, that's right. Star means angel. Six wandering angels. If you don't know this and you believe anything the Bible says, it says it in there. Stars is another word for angels, deities. But there's 10 stars up here, okay? Certainly very relative. A dove bringing the olive branch, peace, and their ultimate achievement is Saturn. Now, Saturn is one of the six luminaries that will be in the heavens this fall, going into September. At the beginning of, some of you won't understand this reference, at the beginning of I Pet Goat, the very opening scene has six luminaries up above the goat trapped in a box. Okay? Doing time. That is telling us a specific symbol for when an event will take place. I'm not saying it's this fall, but this event itself is already taking place. Have we not already seen the free needles and the drips coming out of them that they've handed out all around the world? Have we not seen that? Are they not altering things using mRNA technology? Are they not doing that? Are they not putting up more satellites in the heavens right now than ever? And they're running full blast, getting more of them up there as fast as they can. The one thing I didn't quite understand in this image is this spaceship or space shuttle looking deal here. Now, I know they claim they're going to Mars on the Starship, but that's also just nonsense. They ain't going to Mars. They may show us some pictures, just like they do right now, but that they're doing all that up in the tundra above Canada, on some of those big pieces of land up there, and the dirt and everything there looks exactly like what they show us as being Mars. Mars is not a place you can go and stand on it. No more. You can no more do that than you can go and stand on the sun or the moon. These things are not physical. They're supernatural. Is the sun not supernatural? Well, so is the moon. That just happens to be the exact same size and basically the exact opposite of what the moon is. Moonlight is cold. Sunlight is hot. Anyways, I could get off on a whole nother story, couldn't I? So we covered the tip of the spear and the conquering lion and all the stars. Let's see how many stars we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's see, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 there. 3 and 3 and 5. So 9 there. How many down here? 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I don't know everything. I ain't got everything figured out. But I will tell you this. You're looking at 4547. In Jewish occult gematria, 4547 is the same as saying 9/11. He will bring the second 9/11, this man. He will bring the second 9/11. He's telling you. And it will require blood, which is why the hat is red. It will require blood. 9/11. You can already also get you your own 2028 Trump hat. Yeah. A hat. It's only $55 for like a regular trucker hat, you know. But, you know, the billionaire needs money. He needs to make a profit. Got people to pay. Ay, ay, ay. He will be the last president. He basically told that to us a while back. In many ways. Christians, I love you, Christians. You won't have to do it again. You won't have to vote after this. Just one more time. Christians. Why did he single out Christians? So, do you see any cross swords in this anywhere? Oh, yeah, right in the middle. Right there beside the image of Trump. Huh. What do you know? And are there any coins laying there? Oh, look. Yeah, there's a coin laying right there beside the sword and a coin laying right there. Huh. Oh, yeah. There is, isn't there? Do we see any autonomous equipment going on like robo-dogs or robots or robo-tanks or anything like that? Do we see anything that it symbolizes that something could go crazy here in the next couple of months with the 250th anniversary of what we were told as we grew up was the United States of America, the greatest country in the world, the home of the brave and the free, and it was all lies. Do we have any satellites sending down a signal? Oh, look, down here at the bottom. There's one right there. Huh. Symbolism rules the world. That's why there's so much symbolism, and that's why it's so important to these people. Okay? And no, this isn't all about Mr. T. Check out the... Can't make this zoom anymore, or can I? Maybe I can. Yeah. Check out the brain right here being controlled by like a game controller. The brain with like a little antenna sticking out the top of it with all the little nano lipid particles in the brain being controlled by the game console thing. Justice is broke. You've got the swords. You've got the stock market symbolism. Money is broke. I mean, I could stand here for an hour probably and talk to you about this image because there's so much here. I really like the ship, like all the ships that they were saying were coming from the Middle East, empty, shooting out missiles or bullets or whatever towards the 250th anniversary celebration. What could that be? What could that possibly represent? Guys, real quick, before I show you the last couple of things I want to show you, I wanted to say thank you to Brandy E for becoming a new producer for the show, or for this content. It ain't really a show. Thank you very much, Brandy E. You know who you are. I know who you are. Thank you very much. The way we do that is if you donate any dollar amount every month, you can become a producer and you're credited in the extra at the end of every one of my videos. Also, thank you, Diana A. I got your message too about you being blocked somehow. I need to know what your channel name. I need you to send a message to me and let me know what your channel name is on YouTube so I can check it out. You can text me. I think you have my number, but you can text me also. This is a Google Voice number I use so people can text me. 843-284-3343. And I'll look into that for you. And I appreciate you, Diane. Also have a anonymous producer coming through, or two of the anonymous producers coming through again for me this month. Thank y'all guys very much. You know who you are. Also, thank you, Billy, another producer. He's been a producer for a little while now. And also Paul. I think I missed putting Billy on the extra, though. So we got Paul M. and Billy W. So, again, thank you, guys. Do you see it yet? Do you see it yet? It I'm referring to is the symbolism that's going on here. And of course, there's symbolism down here as well. Okay. And I analyzed this coin years ago, and I've come back to it several times. And then I ended up coming to this understanding, of what they're up to with all this AI stuff and all the satellites they're putting up, and the activation has to do with them symbolically playing this out like the Borg, assimilating everybody. Okay. They're the ones that chose Operation Warp Speed and it to be a Borg cube. I didn't. And what does the Borg do? Assimilate. And what are they doing? What does it look like they're doing? Using all of this technology that's written on this sword, supposedly about peace. It's not the kind of peace that the devil would tell you. It's a trip. It really is. Here's another little image that I put together as well. Externally triggered nanoparticle drug / mRNA delivery. Okay. A drug or mRNA is encapsulated in a nanoparticle that remains stable in the body and releases its payload only when activated by an external trigger. And it goes through the process here showing you how the payload is released. This image here is the key one, basically. It is referring to radio frequency, okay? Light or radio frequency can trigger the release. What is radio frequency? It's the same thing that's coming out of your cell phone. If you had these lipid nanoparticles in you, the carriers of all this stuff, and the right frequency was pulsed enough times, coming from your phone or from your Wi-Fi, you're not even going to hear it, probably. Although they are telling us to listen, aren't they? But I think this is multi-layered as well. For a number of years now, people have been hearing things that sound like trumpets in the heavens. It would be very easy to make some sounds come out of the heavens that are heard over a great distance, using satellite technology, of course. It would be a lot easier to do that than it would be to put on a holographic show for people to see in different places around the world. So I would think sound would be one of the main first things that they're going to do. They mean something by that. What do y'all guys think they mean by listen? Maybe put some comments below and let me know what you think. I don't do this because I enjoy bringing people news that sounds like bad news. It's just my Father in heaven has made it clear that this is my job. And I'm so grateful that I have people that continue to support my work, because it's not easy being you and donating a few dollars a month, every month. Once, donate a few bucks one time, you're like, okay, I'm good. And you are good. Problem is I still have to continue every month and keep chasing this stuff and keep bringing it to y'all guys in a way that makes a little better sense, that even a fifth grader could possibly understand. I try to explain everything that I talk about in as simple of possible terms as I can, yet the information is extremely complicated and very deep. I mean, who thought they would ever do this? But everything you see in here is literal, real. And this technology that I'm talking about here of activating, meaning releasing of the payload, it's real. I didn't make this up. Okay. It's mRNA vaccines. Okay. It is what it is. Unfortunately. But don't listen to them. Don't trust them. Stay away from anything that they point you to. But watch and pay attention to everything. Be an observer. Pay attention. Okay? Thank you to everybody again today. I love you. Our Father in heaven loves you. He'd like to hear from you every now and then a little bit more with some of you. But He is there. He is listening. I love you. We'll talk to you soon. If you'd like to become a producer of or supporter, the links are down below. Bye-bye for now, guys.
got one that can see.
Logic before authority.